My name is Jeff Aaron. I head enterprise marketing over here at Juniper, and obviously welcome to the Juniper Mist session of Mobility Field Day 6. Tom, it's actually an interesting fun fact that MFD2 is where Mist actually came out of stealth mode. We really launched, the company and the first AI-driven network back in the day. And ever since then, every year we've actually held back and saved, some of our best announcements for Mobility Field Day. And this isn't anything different. So we're really excited. There's a lot that we're going to cover today on the agenda. I'm going to kick it off a little bit in a second, but again, I'm not the guy you guys came here to talk to. I'm not the intelligent AI assistant. I'm not even the intelligent guy behind the AI assistant. So I'm going to give a little bit of the background just on how we've been doing since the last time we spoke. But again, we have a full agenda here. We have folks like Bob Friday and Sudhir Mata and Wes Purvis, who you guys all know, that's going to come and talk about the latest in our AI ops, the latest in Marvis, our conversational assistant. What we've been doing in terms of things like a new design portal, which was one of the feedback we got from you guys, and how we improved some of that pre-installation going in through day 2 operations. So we're going to talk about that, as well as some of the other areas here, advances in just Wi-Fi 6E and CBRS and wired. So definitely have a lot in tune for you guys. Before I get to that, though, before we talk about the how and the what of what we're doing, I did want to set the stage a little bit and talk a little about the why. Why Juniper and why things have been really interesting for us over the last couple of years. So if there's one word that I want you guys, the delegates, and you, the audience, to think about when running through this whole portfolio and session today, and one word that you think about when Juniper overall, it's experience. Right. In fact, Juniper just launched a new tagline, driven by experience. And it's because we really want to focus on putting our customers and their end users' experiences first in all we do. The industry has changed from blinking lights and event logs to really being able to drill down into specific end user experiences, client experiences, to be able to optimize that, leveraging automation, insight, and actions. And that's all that we do across the whole Juniper portfolio. What we're going to talk about specifically today is a piece of that Juniper portfolio that we call the AI-driven enterprise, right? And this is the one that the folks at Mobility Field Day are most familiar with. This is really the mystified part of the portfolio. It started with wireless back in the day, where obviously we talked to you at MFD2. Since the Juniper acquisition, we added our EX switching portfolio to the equation, where it was mystified, managed via the Mist Cloud and via the Marvis virtual conversational assistant. And most recently, we added the SD-WAN portfolio to that with our 128T acquisition, which we're not going to talk about here. We're going to talk about, and we have talked about at Network Field Day. So again, we're really excited about this because we are one of the few vendors that really has a true client to cloud portfolio, all managed from a common cloud with a common AI engine. One team, one vision, all working together in harmony. And that's one of the things that really makes us different. And to that end, we've been seeing just enormous success, right? Look, let's be candid. A lot of folks don't necessarily think of Juniper in the enterprise. But the fact of the matter is we've had 4 years of consecutive growth. It's over a $1.6 billion business. When you're talking specifically about wireless, where we're at Mobility Field Day, is we actually have had triple-digit growth last year and in Q1 again this year. And in fact, while most of the industry, well, some of our top competitors, some in fact talking at MFD, had down years last year during COVID, we actually were growing and taking market share. So things are really working in our favor, and we are just forever grateful for you guys and for the customers and everyone else that's been supporting us on that. If I had to point to, why we win, really, it comes down to just our fundamental pillars, right? Number one is just about assured experiences, whether that's measurable service levels, SLEs that we call them, and we're going to talk about some new SLEs that we're launching today, whether it's to our automation and our AI-driven operations, where, again, we have true self-driving operations. We're the only vendor that's able to do it from client to cloud. And we have this new Marvis guy in the corner here that some of you guys may have seen that we launched. We've personified Marvis, our conversational interface. And we're going to talk a lot about how he continues to evolve and really lead the industry in its pack. To our cloud. Again, we remain the only vendor out there with a true microservices cloud and a single cloud across everything we do for wireless, for location, for wired, for WAN. It's a common cloud. You don't have to mix and match different clouds, and it was built for the modern era. And then last thing that we're not going to really talk about as much today, but the last difference is the ability to tie in location and IoT with Wi-Fi. So again, you don't have to use overlay sensors, you don't have to use overlay software. It's all built in together.